How's it going, YouTube? This is Kumo. I've seen this Suicide Squad movie twice this week, or weekend. Seen it on Thursday, and I've seen it today, which is Sunday. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on this movie, a quick plot summary, and then I will list uh, what I liked about each character. This will include some of my favorite scenes that involved the respective characters. So basically, the plot of Suicide Squad is pretty simple. You have this team of bad guys who are brought together by this character called Amanda Waller, and she wants to bring these extraordinary people together to fight off metahumans, basically what they call superheroes in this DC universe. This includes Deadshot, El Diablo, Killer Croc, Katana. Well, Katana's not one of them, but she does become part of the team at the end. Killer. I said Killer Croc. You have Captain Boomerang. You have the Enchantress. And then you also have Slipknot, who is not a big character. Oh, I almost forgot Harley Quinn. She is part of that. I just did not see her name on the list. So you have those 6 characters, not including Katana. So you have these characters. The story basically is to rescue what Amanda Waller calls HVT1, which in reality is herself. She is stuck in a building. They need to get her out of this building. They don't know this. They just know they're going to find some person. You have Rick Flag, who is the commander of this super villain team. He is there to basically kill them if they get out of line. And he does kill one of them. He kills Slipknot, the guy who can climb anything. He tries to escape. He's tricked by Captain Boomerang, and that's not how he says his name. I'm just saying that. I don't know why. He's tricked by Captain Boomerang to escape. Captain Boomerang needs to find out if they really have a bomb in their neck that explodes when they try to escape. And they do have a bomb in their neck, so they don't try to escape anymore. Anyways, they get to Amanda Waller in this building. They're about to get her onto the helicopter. The helicopter is hijacked by a certain someone, the Joker, and the Joker tries to get Harley Quinn back because he lost her some time ago. Anyways, the Joker, his helicopter gets shot down. Harley falls out of the back of the helicopter. And then they try to get Amanda Waller into a new helicopter. She gets re-kidnapped, which is annoying, but it's okay. So, it's annoying. They have to go re-rescue her. This is where you get to the end fight between the Enchantress and her brother. And I think these two were not good villains in this movie. They might have been in the comics. I haven't read any of the comics, so I don't know. But these two were pretty weak villains, especially the Enchantress's brother. He is a very forgettable villain. I don't even think they mentioned his name in this movie. For some reason, they left it out. I believe his name is Emok. It might not be, but I believe his name is Emok. And that's basically it. So they fight, both of them. El Diablo sacrifices his life to defeat this big bad guy. In the process, he gets killed, or you think he gets killed. I don't know. He's made of fire. I don't know if an explosion can kill him or not. So that's my thought. The first time I saw this movie, I did not believe he was killed until my friends told me, yeah, he got exploded. And I was like, what? Like, he's fire. Like, can you explode fire? I don't think you can. Anyways, um, the enchantress is asking them to join her, serve her, and she will spare their lives. Harley Quinn is uh, is kind of thinking about it. She wants to join her because she doesn't know if the Joker died while they were falling in a helicopter or while he was falling in the helicopter. So for a second, I believed that the Joker had died because she wanted the witch to bring back her boyfriend, the Joker. And so I thought they killed off the Joker, and this was going to be their way to bring him back. So I thought that maybe they were going to do something bold like they did in Batman vs. Superman. If you haven't seen that, I'm not going to spoil it. But I thought they were going to do something bold like that. But they didn't. The Joker was not dead, and they basically just trick her, defeat her, take her heart out, and that's about it. I'm gonna give you a rating. What the blah 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 blah. I'm gonna give you a rating of this movie. What, like, everything combined, out of 10. I would give this a 7 out of 10. It wasn't a perfect movie. The villain is really forgettable. The plot is simple, yet it is very messy. Uh, so that's pretty bad if you have a simple plot, but it'd still be pretty messy. I'm gonna go down the list of my favorite characters. My favorite character in this movie is the Joker. He is a funny, new, crazier, not crazier, crazy in a weird way. He seems to be taking some of the previous Jokers and combining them. Jared Leto took Cesar Romero's Joker from the 1960s, Jack Nicholson's Joker from the um, 89 movie, and then parts of Heath Ledger's Joker from this recent 2008 movie, kind of combined them, made the Joker his own, and I really enjoyed this Joker. He did seem to be under the influence in most of the scenes he was in. Either he was on drugs, maybe that Joker venom or poison that he has, or maybe he was drunk in one scene when he's going to look for Harley. He has a bunch of knives and bottles of alcohol next to him, so he might be drunk. Just his mannerisms and the way he slurs his words, he might be drunk. He has my second favorite movie in this scene. Wait, other way around. He has my second favorite scene in this movie. So if I do a very bad impersonation of the Joker, I apologize, but this is my favorite scene from the Joker, second favorite scene in the movie. It starts off when the Joker is confronting a guy who has lost his money, and I guess he's trying to get information about where Harley is, and it starts off like this. Blah, blah, blah. All that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt. And he basically just slaps the guy on the shoulders, and the guy's startled. And it was just funny to see that reaction from the guy. That was it. It's a pretty simple scene, but it's a funny scene to me. Most if not all the scenes in this movie that contain the Joker worked for me. The Joker was my favorite character, and every time he was on screen, it seemed to work out. So I can't wait to see more of the Joker. Hopefully soon, maybe we'll be getting that Batman movie in 2017 or 18. I can't wait to see this guy back on the screen. I think my second favorite character in this movie is Killer Croc. Yes, he didn't have a lot to say, but the one-liners and stuff that he did have to say was pretty funny. Alright, so my favorite scene in this movie is when you see all the Suicide Squad in the bar, and Captain Boomerang is talking to Harley Quinn, basically saying that she's amazing on the outside, but the inside, she is really ugly. She's an ugly person. Harley Quinn responds back with, "We're all ugly except for," and she points to Killer Croc, and Killer Croc replies with this sentence, and I did not expect it, so it caught me off guard, and it was hilarious. But he responds with something like, "Oh, not me, shorty. I'm beautiful." And I, my favorite scene in the movie was from Killer Croc, and I think that's why he's my favorite character. That scene was hilarious. Um, the practical effects that they used for his face and his body, like basically just prosthetics on his face, his jaw, and his shoulders, and painting, I think looked really cool and effective. Unlike the Amazing Spider-Man 1 Lizard, I did not like the design. I think the lizard should have looked more like this character, Killer Croc. Third favorite character is El Diablo. His backstory, I believe, was probably one of the strongest out of all the members of Suicide Squad. He killed his family. This includes his wife and his children. He was frustrated with his wife, and he couldn't control his powers. He killed them. He doesn't want to use his powers throughout the movie. At the end of the movie, he realizes, hey, if I don't use my powers, I'm going to be losing this team, this family that I've been through stuff with. And he uses his powers. And without him, I don't think they would have been able to defeat the big bad guy. My fourth favorite character is probably Deadshot. And Will Smith, I believe, really got this character to work. There was enough humor from him. His backstory with his daughter, I think, was good. She was kind of the driving force to help him move in a positive, not positive direction, but not kill Batman in one of the scenes. So I think his character worked really well. After that, I really liked Katana. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. It's mostly because I think she is attractive in this movie. You don't get to see her face that much, but her costume is cool. She is pretty awesome, pretty badass. She has a sword that can take souls. What's better than a sword that can take souls? So that's pretty cool. And I just think she's more attractive than Harley Quinn in this movie. No disrespect to Margot Robbie, but I'm gonna give my favorite female character in this movie to Katana. Next is gonna be Captain Boomerang. Well, I don't know. It's a tie between Harley and Captain Boomerang. People can just destroy my comment section if they do make comments, but I like Captain Boomerang because he did have some funny moments, and his small funny things he would say or do were, I think, hilarious to me. There's a part where he's just drinking like an energy drink during a battle when he should be fighting. He's like stepping off to the side. He has a fetish with pink unicorns, so that's pretty funny. Um, Next would probably have to be Harley. I think the problem that I have with Harley is she was, yes, she was sexy, but she was annoying. I don't like Harley Quinn's voice. It's not that I don't like um, her her portrayal, Margot Robbie's portrayal in this movie. I just find Harley Quinn's voice annoying, and she was extremely sexualized in this movie. Every, like, maybe one third or a quarter of the scenes were panning like to her butt or from her butt, and it's like, you guys, this is a superhero movie. Like, I know there's guys that enjoy this, but I found it distracting from the movie. She was annoying, not completely annoying, but some of her lines were annoying and seemed forced. She was over sexualized. The Enchantress, I believe, was a weak villain, but I heard that there was problems with the script. They only had like 6 weeks to do it, and that's probably where it came from. Uh, Next, Rick Flag is not a bad character per se. Um, he was decently portrayed by, I believe it's Joe Kinnaman, but I think it's just he's down there with Enchantress because they were connected so much that um, maybe if Enchantress was higher on the list, Rick Flag would be higher on the list. But they're so connected, I'm gonna leave them right next to each other. The bottom two characters, Slipknot, and then the Enchantress's brother Emok, were, I think, pretty weak characters. Basically, all of Slipknot's purpose in this movie was to punch a woman in her face because she had a mouth, which was kind of funny, but not so funny. And then just to get his head blown off because he was tricked by Captain Boomerang. That was it. Without those two scenes, he would have no purpose. He should have been taken out of the movie, in my opinion. Emok, uh, I believe that's his name. The brother of the witch was a weak character, pretty forgettable. He reminded me of a orange Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but just with like deer antlers around his head, something like that. Pretty forgettable villain. They're supposed The Enchantress is supposed to be the strongest metahuman we have ever encountered. Um, that's what she's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure Superman could have taken her out because the brother was stronger than her when she didn't have the heart, and he. So let's just say they're about the same strength with their hearts. Both of them have hearts. When they have hearts, he was destroyed by a bomb. You try to kill Superman with a nuke and he doesn't die. There's no way that Superman is weaker than the Enchantress or her brother. So that annoyed me too, that they called her the strongest metahuman they've ever encountered. Because apparently you haven't encountered Superman, even though you mentioned him in the movie. So that was a little annoying piece right there. Anyways, that was it for this video. Let me know what you thought about this movie in the comments below. Who's your favorite character in this movie? I already said who mine was. Killer Croc. Just that, well, not including the Joker. Killer Croc is my favorite Suicide Squad member. He had the funniest line in the movie, at least to me. So let me know what you thought of the movie. List your favorite character. And subscribe and like. If I get, let's just say, 10 likes on this video, I will rush out my thoughts on Batman vs. Superman. I've watched that about 4 times now, so I have a couple ideas and thoughts about this movie. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.